Hi friends, today I am going to talk about right to information. There was someone who is a very close friend of mine. That person came to my house and he asked me one specific question regarding right to information. He said me that, sir, is it possible to get the desired information by asking questions to the public information officer? So this is something which is a very tricky question because nowadays many of the RTI applications have been rejected or are getting rejected just because the applicant demanded information in the format of questions and answers. So I would like to talk about whether this Right to Information Act bars or puts a restriction on applications which use questions as a format to seek information. I want to make it very clear that no matter what style of approach do you choose, whether you seek information by using questions or any other mode, if the information is available in the records, it has to be given. The information officer cannot say that you have demanded information by using questions and that is why we reject your application. No, the information officer cannot say like that. If the information which is sought by asking questions is available in the records, then the government officer, the public information officer has to give you the information. If you read section 2F and 2J of Right to Information Act, you will come to know about the provisions. Section 2F talks about what is the meaning of information and section 2J talks about what is the meaning of right to information. I will go through the section 2F. Information means any material in any form including records, documents, memos, emails, opinions, advices, press releases, circulars, orders, logbooks, contracts, reports, papers, samples, models and data material. This is the meaning of information. And what is section 2J? It talks about right to information. It says that right to information means the right to information accessible under this act which is held by or under the control of public authority. This means that anything which is available in the public authority or anything which is stored in public authority as an information, it has to be made accessible to the common people of India. So you have to combine section 2F and 2J. The mistake which has been made by the lawyers or the common people is that they just go for the section 2F. They don't go for section 2J. You have to make a combination of section 2F as well as section 2J. And once you make this combination, you will come to a conclusion that the information which is there in the record room, it has to be provided even though the applicant has sought the information by using questions. The information commissioner or the public information officer cannot say that you have used question to seek the information, that is why we reject your application. They cannot say like that. Now I would like to take some questions. The first question is, when was Uddhav Thackeray appointed as Chief Minister of Maharashtra? Now if you look at this particular information which I have sought, you will see that I have used question format. I am seeking question. I am asking question to get the information. Now the information officer cannot say that you have used question as a format and that is why we cannot give you the information. See, Maharashtra is there. Maharashtra has got CM. Uddhav Thackeray is there. He is a citizen of Maharashtra. He has been elected as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, and that is why when he was selected as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, that information is definitely available in the records of the public authorities. And if it is available, the information has to be given. The information officers cannot say that we cannot give you this information because you have used question as the format. Second question, I am a student. I want to take admission to MBBS course. And if I use RTI and if I file the RTI application like this, what is the eligibility criteria for taking admission to MBBS? Now this is again a question. Now just let us split this question. MBBS course is there. It is offered in Maharashtra also, in India also. There are colleges which run the MBBS courses and there is an eligibility policy for the people who want to take admission to MBBS. That is why if I demand the information as what is the eligibility criteria for taking admission to MBBS, it has to be given. Nobody can deny that information because that information is available in the records. So nobody can say that you have used question as a format, that is why I can't give you the information. Let us look at 3 more questions. What is the performance or is the performance of Uddhav Thackeray as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra satisfactory? Now this is a subjective question. Now if you ask this question to the public information officer and if you demand the information, then he will not be able to give you the information because that is a subjective question. If you ask whether this movie is good or bad, what is the answer for that? That is completely subjective. Someone may like it, someone may not like it. So that is subjective. In similar fashion, the performance of Uddhav Thackeray, some might say it is good, some might say it is bad, some might say it is average. So this information cannot be sought by using Right to Information Act, because it is ambiguous, it is not concrete. So if you ask this question, that information is not there in the records and it cannot be given to you. Let us take the second question. Is the collector of Kolhapur capable of developing Kolhapur district? Now again, it is subjective. How do we know what is going to happen in future? How do we know what the collector of Kolhapur is going to do in future regarding Kolhapur as a district? We do not know about it. So that information cannot be there at the moment in the records. So it cannot be given to you. So you have to look at the information which is available or which is not available in the record room. Let us talk about the State Information Commissioner, or Ravindra Jadhav is the State Information Commissioner. He once said that PIO, that is the Public Information Officer, should have made efforts to provide the information asked for instead of rejecting the applications on the ground that the applicant had asked questions. Ravindra Jadhav, that is the State Information Commissioner, has clearly stated that you cannot reject the application just because the applicant has asked questions. You have to look at the scope of the questions, you have to look at the information that is sought through that question, and if it is available, it has to be given. Let us go to the center. Shailesh Gandhi, Central Information Commissioner, he said that the Right to Information Act does not state that the queries must not be answered, nor does it stipulate that the prefixes such as why, what, when, whether cannot be used. He says RTI does not talk about whether you can use questions or whether you cannot use questions. RTI does not talk about whether if the application is using question as a format, then it should be given the information or not. The RTI Act does not talk about that. So you have to construct the Right to Information Act in a liberal way. You have to go to the deep level, root level, and find out whether the information which is sought through, if it is available in the records room, it has to be given. You cannot say you have used questions, that is why we reject your application. It cannot be said like that. So know your rights, know your power, know the law, then only you can claim your rights. Many a times, many public officers, public information officers misuse this Right to Information Act provisions. They treat and interpret Right to Information Act according to their own privileges, according to their own convenience. Nobody can deny you the right to information, even though you ask questions. If the information is available, it has to be given. How to make the first appeal, how to make the second appeal, how to make the drafting, how to make the argument, I will talk about all these things in later videos. Till then, I say goodbye. Thank you so much.